streaming, and hi everybody. It's another week of the joy of image manipulation, and you could just hear the joy going from my voice. Anyway, so here we're back, and we're going back to the movie theater thing we started about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take this picture of a theater in Chicago. I'm assuming it's called the Chicago Theater, and we're going to put everything out. All right, gonna block everything off so we can do basically do this so we can add our writing and what movies are playing and eventually get those light boxes we did so many weeks ago down here so we can know what movies are playing in our theater. But first, let's go back to the blank one and see how I did this. All right, so we'll click here and let's go. All right, so here is the original thing, and what we're going to do is using paths, going to make this outline that I did here, but we're going to try to re we're going to try to do it again. So what we're going to do is take the pen tool, which is the best thing for doing outlines, and do some outlines. So here we'll start with the doors and all the signs of what movies, the posters, the movies that are showing. Just do a quick outline here, go down here, across and up, and we got our first work path, and we'll outline here, go across, and get the overhang of the marquee. Do another one for the outside edge of the big marquee. Go across, up, there, then do the edge of the lights. So we can do a row of lights around it like we did for the light boxes for the movie posters, and then again on the inside here, so we can change what's in the marquee, and we'll just do an outline of the building itself up here in the corner, down here to the sidewalk, over here, and all the way up here. Close that one off. Then we'll just do a little rectangle around the sign so we'll know where the writing's going. And I believe that's all we need of the with the pen tool. And now we're going to switch over to the ellipse tool. And one way to get that circle in behind the Chicago is to bring out our canvas guides and putting on one side of the circle and on the other side of the circle, and bring ones down so it's all boxed in. I've got it set up. If I hit use the uh, use the ellipse thing and start here on the corner, the circle will originate from the where those lines are indicated. Let's see. We'll do this on a blank screen so you can see a little better. If oh wait, but I can't see any better. All right, so that's where the corner. So hit there. It originates. The center of the circle will be there. But if you hold down the Option key and bring down and go to the other corner, you get a perfect circle, which is what we were looking for. So we got the circle around the Chicago, and we'll also want to get these arched windows. So we're gonna clear the guides, and I'm thinking the center of that window would be the center of a circle, assuming that the window is circular. That's a good case. So we're gonna hold down the control, the Option, and the Shift to no, don't need to hold down the Shift. All right, and just highlight the window, and we're good. Then we're going to do another one to go the inside edge of the window. Then do another one with the edge of the arch around the window. However, if those of you that are observant sees this window isn't completely round, it goes straight down. So what we're gonna do is put in another layer and layer that white so we can see a little bit better. And we're going to the direct selection tool as opposed to the path selection tool, which is what we were in. And we're going to click here to highlight that point in the circle and hit the delete or backspace button to make it an arch instead of a circle. And we're going to hit this one and do the exact same thing. And we're going back to the pen tool, which is right here. Looks like an old fountain pen. And if you see next to the thing, there's like a square box with two nibs going on the either side. That means you're going to add to a path selection, as opposed to when the star is next to it, means you're going to start a new one. So we're going to click that to continue this, and hold down the Shift key so it'll go directly down, and click here to get the end of the window, and we're going to escape so we can do a new line and highlight over the other end of the closed thing. Another Shift click down, then across over to make can't see it because got that to see the square window, square bottom of the round window, or the arch window, or whatever you want to call it. And now we're going to do the exact same with the outer arch. Get the little square, bring it down at 90 degrees, escape. Now I'm escaping because I'm not 100% sure. To be directly underneath, I'm not sure how to do that going horizontally, so I'm just going to do the verticals and join them up there, and close that one up, and that, I believe, is almost exactly the same as the current work path. So I'm not going to go through all the coloring of each selection because I've already done it, and I don't know if I could fill in telling you interesting things while I did it, but I'll do one just to show you how to do it. So we'll get our white background on and go back to our direct selection tool, which is actually not what we want. We want the path selection tool, and we'll highlight one of the actually I'll get rid of this layer. Yeah, put in a new layer, and since it's highlighted, all I have to do is go over here to the paths panel and hit the fill path with foreground color. So we'll get the background of the wall, and we'll click on another path. So this is the hanging part underneath the marquee. I'll change the color to white and do the exact same thing. Now, when I did this before, I did different layers, and so we had it separated so you can work on each layer separately and edit it without doing this. But in this case, I'm going to do it as a single layer, and then we'll switch over to the one I've already done to make it simpler. I'm going to hit the change color and get the red on the background of the marquee. Okay, and click that one and fill it with red. Now we're going to have to turn this off a second, get the color of the lights, which is, we'll call that the light one. Turn back it and hit the next one inside and fill that. And then click the other one, turn it off, get the color of the marquee. Okay, turn this back on, fill it with the white, and then we want to get the outside of the window and get the color of it again. Get this little brown here. Be okay. Turn that back on. Fill that in. Click the inner part. Turn the color. Get the other color. So let's say we'll get that color. That's a good one. Fill that in. But we have to have the layer back on for that to work. Fill that in. Turn off. Get the next color, which is that purple. And then get the direct selection tool again. Oh, nope, we gotta say that's the color we want to use. We've got the direct. Click the circular window, turn that back on, fill in. We're gonna do is it diadem or something? The circle behind Chicago. Anyway, and get the color. We're gonna get one of those yellows. That's a good yellow. Turn back on the layer. Fill that in. Get where the writing is. Turn that off. Get the color. Turn that back on. this in, and if we turn off that, we've got a good representation of the the there's the original, and we got the representation on this. But like I said before, I did this all on one layer this time just for speed. In the original, let's turn everything off. I did them in layers. So I did the background as a single layer, so we can put on the bricks we put on. We made, what is it, 2 weeks ago. Put the bricks on that, and then we can bring in the outside of the arched window, and we're gonna be putting some textures on it to make it look like a sandstone brick or a mortar or whatever. And then we get the purple window here, and then the circle in the front, and the place for the writing. Now it's not gonna, when we do it. This is just a placeholder, so I'll put in whatever writing we wanna name our theater there. So that's just a holding space to show where the writing should go. We've got the wall where the doors go. I'm eventually gonna put in things for the entrances and like the ticket booths and a place to put our light boxes for the movie posters. And then we got the area underneath the marquee. We've got the outside edge of the marquee. The Where we're gonna, once again, like with the light boxes, I'm gonna put little light bulbs around that to make it flashy like it is in the original. And then the marquee where we're gonna put in what movies are playing or whatever we want in the thing. And there we go. So we'll turn off that, and there is our next step in our plans to, no, not like Pinky and the Brain take over the world. Our plans to make a facade of a movie theater, so we can get make posters to put in, or put already made movie posters in it. Who knows? There might be something in the future where I'll need a facade of a movie theater. It's possible, but yes. So yes, I am pulling a Johnson. And if you don't follow podcasts from Frog Pants, it means I'm not egging you on. That wouldn't be the case. That would be teasing you. I'm letting something drop, but stopping before saying everything that would be going along with that. So anyway, so there we go. That was a nice short episode, and I pretty much talked the whole time. So that's okay, as opposed to earlier editions of the show where it's like that, because that again is not engrossing YouTube streaming content. It might be good back 100 years ago when the talkies hadn't come out in movies, but talkies have been around for almost 100 years. So I think it's important for this show that I keep my mouth going, but a little bit more important that I don't sound like an idiot while I'm doing it, and hopefully I'm not sounding too idiotic at the moment. Which brings us to the end of today's episode. Once again, there it is. Up here on the top, we've got, you can go to Fishy Digital, send me email at Fishy Digital Photo. That's PHISHYDIGITALFOTO at gmail.com. Or go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Fishy Digital Photo. Once again, PH with a fishy, F with a photo. And also, you can go to my This Is Not a Podcast page on Facebook too. And that's about it. And there might be something in the future, but again, Johnson pulling, I'm not going to tell you any more about it. Anyway, so have a good week and see you next week.